ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 29, Murray. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Murray. Finds his running back, James Conner. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Zach Ertz has it complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 31. First carry for James Conner. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Connor, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 20. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Broncos had 8 and 5 to start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Finds Dulcich out left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Seven, our score after 1. Second and 6. Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Hey, 0.
Williams again.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It was D.J. Jones who was there for the tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now Murray off play action. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams to about the 26 here.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run it again with Williams. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson, a 6-yard touchdown run. Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Waste of time.
Ready to go with their next. Laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Connor up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Murray now to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A very solid gain of 27.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Murray. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw, it's Murray. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Returning it is Moore. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Green here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's the option. Running right. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Play fake. Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Murray now. And he's got it complete to Anderson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Murray now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. To throw is Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Oh, boy, hang on here. J.J. Watt appears to be injured or at least shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Now Wilson. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
Murray keeps it himself. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cards are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one that headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Now Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Off the option, here's Williams.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? Throwing now is Wilson.
Out route complete to Dulcich.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. Taking it about the 1.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
They get 7 out of that.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
Here's Conner on the read option.
And not much there at all. Maybe 1 yard up to the 43.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Murray.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the gun, a give to Connor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
82 yards rushing now for Connor and a first down.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. On third down, it's Connor. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to